I will never watch Trapper John. Never. I just knew it existed, and I thought it was beef jerky until I remembered it was Old Trapper. The only reason I remember that is kind of to look it up.
Trapper John just got a mention someplace. He's like, "What? What? Who's talking about us 40
Well, I
plus
believe
years
I'm
ago?"
pretty sure Pernell Roberts, the star of Trapper John, is long dead. He was also the
Uh,
star of Bonanza.
his picture's in black and white. So if you don't have a color picture of a man, then I'm gonna say he's no longer with us.
I'm gonna look.
Yep,
Pernell Roberts.
I looked 15 years ago, 2010.
Yep. Yep. Well, he was also Trapper John. So there you go.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, but when the picture that you show you is in black and white, yeah, this is probably not with us anymore.
Yeah, it's a pretty good bet. And it wasn't that long ago, but long enough. My little one
Uh-huh.
asked me if it was black and white when I was a kid.
My son's a jerk, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
well, my wife is sending her showing up the kids' family pic, like old pictures when she was young,
Mm-hmm.
and Julian was like, "Well, they had photos back then." I was
Oh,
like, "Oh."
I wasn't born in the 1810s.
See, when you don't have a reference to what anything is,
Mm-hmm.
you don't know. He's doing history class now. He's taking AP World History, and he was like he's going through all some of the dynasties, and
Mm-hmm.
he was like, one of the dynasties said the dynasty ended in like the 1990s. He was like, "What? My dad was around when that happened."
My
Like, but
dad
he
was
just
around.
because he's yeah, but he was just saying that. I was like, yeah, I don't know which one you're talking about, but I was alive in the 90s.
Yeah. That was the television show Dynasty.
Like, oh, yeah,
Do you remember that one?
I was young when Dynasty came. When that's the 80s.
Yeah, or like Dallas or
Mm-hmm.
Falcon's Crest.
See, now you're talking about stuff I don't know.
I never watched them. I just knew they existed because I think my mom watched them. Maybe they're just evening soap operas.
Yeah, Falcon Crest. You can't just be making stuff up.
I'm not making that up. So now you're gonna make me Google that. I was gonna try to segue into evening evening soap operas and Thursday night football, but no. Now I have to look up Falcon's Crest. 9 seasons, starting in
Uh-huh.
1981. So granted, it was the year you were born, correct?
82,
82,
82. But yeah.
82. So you weren't even born yet. Maybe Falcon's Crest is what did it, and the sexy nighttime drama.
Oh, oh, I hope not.
A child of Falcon's Crest. That's what you can call
None
yourself.
of, none of these people are lookers.
Well,
No,
they're all
no.
old now. You're looking at old. Are you looking at
I'm
old
talking
pictures?
about the original cover of the show.
But that was the 81. Nobody looked good in 81.
And I bet half these people in there is under the age of 35. They just look
And they look like
56
they're in
years
their
old.
50s or 60s. Yes.
Yep. 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 Yeah, this guy's still around, 83 years old.
Yeah. 83 years young to you.
Chase Chase Gilberto.
Chase Gioberto? I didn't know who that is.
Well, he played Robert Foxworth.
Oh,
Well,
oh.
he is Robert Foxworth. He played Chase Gilberto. I was like, I've never heard the name Gilberto before because it's completely made up.
Nice. Well, there you go. All right. Now that we've established that you're a child of Falcon Crest,
Oh
we gotta
man.
do it. We gotta talk about Thursday night football because your Giants put up a
Oh
34
yes.
points
34
on the
points.
defending champs.
On the defending champs, they looked like a legitimate
They did.
team on both sides of the ball.
They did. Yeah.
It was impressive.
Yeah.
It was from the start to the end. They did well. They finished around the goal in the red zone when they had to finish in the red zone.
Mm-hmm.
They played defense when they needed to play defense.
Yep.
They played an all around good game, holding them to 0 points in the second half.
Is huge. Yep.
Like the game started off with Saquon Barkley running off a 15-yard run.
Mm-hmm.
And then they gave it back to him. He ran a 10-yard run. So his first two carries was for 25 yards. I said, oh no, it's going to be one of those days.
Mm-hmm.
It was not one of those
He finished
days.
with 58.
He did not. That Eagles offense refuses to just hand him the rock.
Mm-hmm.
They then go and do the next on that same drive. I think they then went and did like pass, and it just doesn't work out. But yeah, no, the Giants look good on the first drive coming out the gate. They were talking about how it was like as soon as they said Dart hasn't made a pass over 20 yards, pass over 20 yards. It was like almost immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they just looked like a complete team. Cam Scatterbull looked good. Well, not complete. There was still a lot of drop passes from the wide receivers. It's noticeable how the lack of wide receiver talent that we have. And we I can't rely on Cam Scatterbull and Dart throwing passes to the tight end for a successful season. The season to me is still uh pretty much a wash. I know the Giants are going to try. There's rumors that they're trying to trade for
A wide
wide
receiver.
receiver. I've heard names like Chris Olave. That's the one I heard. I
Well,
was
that'd
like,
be a big
okay,
get right there.
it'd be a big get. So I think I heard some other names, but
Jerry Judy is a name I heard as well.
yeah, he can stay where he's at. Jerry Judy can stay
You
where
don't
he's
want
at.
the former Alabama wide receiver Jerry Judy?
Jerry Judy can stay exactly where he's at.
You think he's
But
happy with Cleveland?
no, that
Nobody's
was his
happy
choice,
Cleveland.
though.
Yeah.
That was his
He
choice.
signed an extension with him, yeah.
Uh-huh. So, but yeah, it's obvious that we do need wide receiver help if they want to do anything in the season. And still, the season is, I guess, still up for grabs. They're only 2 games back in the NFC. The Cowboys are 2-1, Giants are 2-3, 2-4.
Yep.
The Commanders are
3-3,
3-3, and the Eagles are 4-2. So they're only 2 wins out of behind, and they play the Eagles not this week coming up, but the following week. So I know it's too early to be packing the season up, but I said it last week. I'm not last week. I said it after the game was over in our chat. I've seen all I need to see. Let's just pack the season up. let us just roll everything back and let us prepare properly for next season. I've seen what I need to see. The only thing I can do now is guys can get injured, and that's the only thing that can happen. Only thing that can happen, because even though, especially on the defensive end, I think we are sound on defense.
Mm-hmm.
We could use 1 or 2 players probably in DBs, maybe a linebacker, but we're sound in defense. If the Giants went next year with a high draft pick and went offense for the first 3 rounds, like I wouldn't be upset with it, because I think they do have enough talent on defense. So I'm already. I know it's going to sound crazy. I'm looking towards next season because yeah, let's say the Giants do limp in as a playoff team. It would be limping in or winning the division but I don't see that happening. Let's say they do limp in as a playoff team. All that means is they just get a draft pick in the top 6 in the lower 16 instead of getting a draft pick in the top 10. That's really all it does. Because I know if you make it to the playoffs, you got a chance.
Anything can happen.
We don't have a chance if we make it to the playoffs, right? There's a lot of uncertainty.
Hold on. This come from the same guy who had the Giants going 13-4 for the season?
Correct. I'm saying I've seen what I needed to see. I wanted to show that we can be competitive. We can play in an offense that scores more than 16 points. We have done that in a few weeks. Since Dart has shown up, we have done it in multiple weeks. I wanted to see that improvement, and I wanted to look like a team, and I wanted to see our defense play well. The defense is playing well. I've seen all I need to see for me to call this season a success. We have our quarterback. All he can do now is disappoint me. I'd rather them bubble wrap him right now, because he's got what? How many more games is left in the season?
11. Yeah.
look horrible. And then I'll be like, oh no, we could have just wrapped him up for the season. When I said to wrap him up, like
Yeah.
if he impresses more, that'd be great, and he's gonna learn more, and that's gonna be fun. The game, honestly, the game wasn't as competitive as the score may indicate at one point in
Score
time.
doesn't even indicate it's competitive though.
It doesn't, and that's crazy because there was at one point I think the Giants the score was 20-17, and the Eagles was moving downfield, and that is when Hurts threw that horrible, horrible pick that
Yep.
almost got taken back to the house, which was then Cam Scatterboo's, I think, second touchdown of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Um, on just running hard. He's CTE bound. It is calling him. Right. But
He runs head first into
he
everything.
runs head first into everything. He's kind of crazy.
He's got that crazy like Baker Mayfield quality to him.
Yeah, he's crazy. But then the Giants come down, they score on that drive, which, like I said, once again, kudos for them for scoring in the red zone and not settling for field goals.
Mm-hmm.
Then uh Pittsburgh, Philly tries to come back downfield. They punch a fumble out. They come back down. They score another touchdown, and that's pretty much game. And another a note of a team. This is what I'm saying. It was so weird watching that game. Have I not been watching the Giants for the last 3 to 4 years, I would have thought they were a good team. They then get to like their final drive where the game is pretty much over, but they go into like a 4 or 5 minute offense to where they're just running the ball out to just eat clock up so they can go into victory, and they do it successfully. First down after first down after first down, running the ball, just like a team that's actually good would do. It was weird. It was weird. And then to see the Giants in victory formation, up 17 points, was absolutely crazy against the Eagles.
Yeah.
This is why I say something's wrong with the Eagles, because we shouldn't do that. That's for the last 3-4 years. That's not who we've been.
I mean, in the Eagles' defense, it's any given Sunday sort of situation, right?
Yeah.
You go out there, but the Eagles have looked weird this year for sure. The Giants, I'm kind of digging the Giants right now.
That's what I've heard people say.
I think it's the Dart Scadaboo energy or
it's
whatever.
the energy. It's energy that the Giants haven't had anywhere. It's like we've had it from the wide receiver position, even when you go to Odell Beckham and when you go to even Malik Neighbors kind of has that, but it's kind of hard to get him involved when the quarterback hadn't been able to do it. Right. So last year he had a really good year, but you really couldn't see the energy because they were losing and there was a lot of negative faces that he was making. And he's like, I got to learn how to watch my face. And even when Saquon was there, he's not that type of rah guy that's going to really pull that energy out of you. So it's an energy we've lacked for a long time. And before we got it from other positions, I think Brandon Jacobs used to give us that. I think Ahmad Bradshaw, the running backs, gave it to that. I think the defense was kind of one of those guys, even though we weren't getting it from Eli, because that's never who he was. But even before that, Jeremy Shockey, we've had high energy guys, but we haven't had this for the longest. Daniel Jones wasn't it. Saquon Barkley wasn't it. We just haven't had that kind of energy, and it's contagious. I can see.
Yep. The
infectious is the better word.
Cam Scadaboo is a fun guy to cheer for because it's one of those guys that he's just big and he runs over people, and like how can you not like cheer for that from the running back? It's just like it's like the Jerome Bettis sort of quality. Like he just runs a guy over. Marshawn Lynch, he'll run a guy over, and then you add in the fact that Scadaboo is a little off. There's something wrong with him, and it's probably from ramming his head into things for probably the last 15 years of his life. He's only like 22, right?
Yeah.
So
his mom said he used to put a helmet on and just run into telephone poles.
See, that tracks. That tracks. That doesn't surprise me at all. But there's something about that like level of crazy that you hope it doesn't turn into like Chris Benoit, right? Like,
Yes, it's a lot of head trauma
yes,
on
exactly, right?
this
Like that's the kind of thing you're worried about. But you enjoy watching it until you don't, right?
until you don't. Until,
Hmm.
yes, until it comes off as, oh, that's aggression. That's too
Yeah,
much aggression.
yeah.
Right now,
Something's wrong with him, or
it's
he hurt
playful, it's fun.
he gets hurt and just is never the same again, right? Like,
Yep.
I mean, it,
Like neck injuries, and what's crazy is the last Giants player that used to do backflips in the end zone when he was David Wilson. David Wilson was a running back that we drafted like in the top 20. He was supposed to be the next guy.
mm-hmm.
He used to, every time he scored a touchdown, he would do a backflip in end zone. He hurt his neck on a play and never played again.
Yeah.
Like I see Cam Scannable and the way he dives at people
Yeah.
head first. I'm just like, I'm getting flashbacks to David Wilson, and I don't like it.
I
I
haven't
don't
paid
like it.
attention, but the NFL likes to hand out fines
They haven't got him yet.
to head lowering running backs. How? Like that's all
That's
he does.
exactly that's
That's all
exactly what
the
people
man
say.
does. He's like Ram Man from He Man.
He
Like
does. Yeah.
just that's all he does. He's knocking down
It,
Castle Grayskull with his head.
oh man.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I like him, and maybe Jackson Dart's good. I know it's hard to tell because it's only been
It's
like
hard.
a couple games, right?
And
But
he
like,
and I still don't know if the offense, if they're hand feeding him the offense,
hmm
because in all the games he may have like 115 yards, very minimal mistakes he makes. He
yeah.
fumbled a bunch of times. He fumbled and threw two interceptions when they needed him to come back. He was kind of forcing some throws in there,
hmm
but he was clean in the Chargers game. He was clean in this game. He doesn't have the wide receivers to really
No, he
stretch
can't
the
really
field
air it
like he
out too
wants.
much. Like
So
he had a decent line. I was just looking at it. What did he have? Like 195 and a touchdown, no picks, 104 rating. Like that's good. Like he was good. He
mhm.
was efficient. They
Yep.
and they were taking the ball away from Philadelphia. So it's not like they had long fields
Made
all the
plays when
time.
he needed to make
Yeah,
plays. If he needed a first down with his arm, he got it. If he needed it with his legs, he was getting it.
used
He
his
was
legs.
moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was moving the ball. I was happy to see what I saw. Um, and oh, this is the part where it's like, oh, you got to do something. Every time you got to do something dumb. So there, he looks like he's getting concussed. The way he runs. Like, this is the second time that Jackson Dart has gone to the tent.
hmm
Both times he's gone to the 10 and has come back as non-concussion, but he had to sit out plays both times
Yep.
in the game against the Chargers and the game against the Eagles.
Yep.
Both times Russ Wilson came in and did not look good. Both times. Both times. But this time I was like, all right, I understand what you want, Dayball, but the optics look really bad.
hmm
Dayball goes into the tent like every 10 seconds. Like, is he okay? Like,
Yeah.
and I saw somebody say, I understand it's your starting quarterback. It was a drive that the Giants really needed, and they were moving the ball up into that drive. I
hmm
understand you want him back on the field as much as you possibly can, but let the medical staff do their thing,
I think
and you coach the guy that's on the field. I know
yes.
you don't want to coach Russ. I know you don't want Russ in the game, but that's the case. He's in the game.
hmm
I don't think he called the play in. I don't think he looked at the field because he was too busy looking in the tent to see where
Yep.
Dart was at. That there was two plays that happened. Russ looked bad on both. It was a run. One was a run play, and one was a pass that was batted down at the line.
hmm
It didn't look good. And then he came back in the next series. But still, you're the head coach. Let the medical staff and do that. You focus on the guy who's right there, has the ball in his hand.
Yeah.
That looked bad.
It did look
And
bad. I think he's not supposed to
he's
be able to do that. So
he's gonna get fined.
he's gonna
Like
get fined for it. Yeah.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
I saw as much as the Giants may lose a draft pick over it.
Whew. Yeah, that would be tough because I knew it was bad when the owner of the team put out a public apology
Yeah.
like immediately. Like third Friday. It's like, I'm sorry, we shouldn't have done that. He will
hmm
not do that. He knows better to do that. Like, I was like, well, okay, I couldn't stand a fine, but I didn't hear the whole
Yeah.
possible.
I think there's a. I doubt that'll happen, but I think it's one of those. It's like it's akin to tampering, right? So they have to determine the severity of it and all that stuff and blah blah blah.
Mhm. So, but I
Whatever.
was like, it's a bad look. I understand because every fan was saying, when's he coming back out? Let's not let Russ back out on that field. And it was a drive we really needed. And we were moving the ball. We were doing whatever we wanted to them at that time. And when Russ came in, just sucked the life out of everyone in the arena, everything.
He's got to learn to slide.
He's got to learn to slide.
Got to learn to
And
slide.
it's gonna shorten his career if he doesn't.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
And
Got to learn to slide. Got to slide, young man.
slide when you need to slide. Dive only when necessary.
Yeah, dude is not built like Josh Allen or Lamar or even Jay Cutler, right? Like he's not a big dude, right?
Mm-hmm.
He may get bigger as time goes on, but if he's running headfirst into these ginormous
Monsters. These
monsters of human beings,
yes.
yeah, we're worried about Cam Scadaboo. You might.
No,
Well, we got
I'm worried about Dart.
worried about Cam Scadaboo going Chris Benoit. Worried about Jackson Dart going Christopher Reeve. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, that fencing. Like he runs too hard and
Yeah.
he's diving at people. He's running over people. Oh,
Yeah.
speaking of running over people, like Cam Scatterbull, my friend's a Eagles fan, right? And I'm sitting there like, man, 53 is getting absolutely abused. Who's this rookie on your team? He's like, this guy was an all-pro linebacker last year.
That was Vaughn, right?
Yes. Cam Scatterbull gave that man a little shoulder. He knocked him back 3 yards.
Zach Vaughn, yeah.
They was like Zach Bond is having one of the worst. He having his worst game, and he looked bad up there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Adoree Jackson's making there were people talking about how bad Adoree Jackson looked because he didn't want to tackle Cam Scatterbull.
Yep.
Like it was a weird game watching it because I'm so used to Giants. I'm waiting for when it was 17-20 and they won that drive, I was just waiting for the Eagles to score.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, all right, well, it was fun while it lasted.
Yep. I understand. I understand what that's like.
It's fun while it lasted. And then when he got that interception, it was like, okay, wait a minute. This could be something. After the interception, I thought we had enough time and the defense was playing well enough to win. Brian Burns is tied the league leading with 7 sacks on 6 games. He's having a career year.
Yeah, the Giants are playing well. Like the last 3 games, even though they lost to the Saints, they've been playing well.
5 turnovers. It took them 5 turnovers to lose, which hopefully never happens again.
They beat themselves on that one, right? But hey, the Giants are kind of fun, and I enjoy. I don't know if Brian Daboll's the right coach for this team, but
I still like Brian Daboll.
I like I like the Day-Hole when he's like got that energy and is like, I love you guys. And he's dancing and stuff like that. I like that because then he reminds me of Drax from Doctor Who. He's the little Solarian or whatever they are. It looks like a thumb. Like I appreciate that. Like I like that.
Mm-hmm. But I think it was really as well as the Giants have been playing, and they played pretty good yesterday. Something's wrong with that Eagles team.
Mm-hmm.
They lost twice in 4 days to a Broncos team that won because the Jets are really, really bad.
Yeah, the Broncos put up what 13 points against the Jets. I mean, like they won 13-11, but and Giants got the Broncos coming up this week, so it'll be interesting. Yeah,
it's gonna be a fun game. Hopefully.
Yeah, and you got a chance to pick up some more ground on them Commanders because your beloved Chicago Bears, bear down Chicago Bears. I'll take an ugly win. I'll take any win as long as they come.
Wait, okay. So me, as the fan that's been watching my Giants stink for the last 5+ years, thought my team when we were up 20-17, thought that we were going to lose that game. We'll come back to lose that game. How did you, as a Bears fan who's been when
that's 2 weeks in a row that the Bears have won games that they should have lost. They traditionally lose or have lost in the past, and that is the difference between having like Matt Eberflus being your coach or whoever being your coach and an actual head coach.
That's what I noticed. I watched a lot of that game, and that's what I noticed. They look like a team with a plan in place and an offense.
Yeah. The Bears actually have a top 10 scoring offense right now, which is mind blowing. And I'm gonna tell you what. So there's a weird Caleb Williams is the only quarterback who is, if he's not perfect, he is viewed as awful. Right? Like he's the only quarterback in football where like, wait, he wasn't 22 for 22 for 500 yards and 6 touchdowns? Then he stunk, right? Like I don't get it. Was he perfect? No. Is any quarterback perfect? No. Does he have some weird uh, accuracy issues in certain situations with his
Sometimes,
drop? He does,
yeah.
and I've watched a few breakdowns, and it's really chalking up to his footwork. Like he's still. Last year was a real whiff on the Bears' part, throwing him out there with Eberflus and the way that they ran the offense because they did things backwards. And Ben Johnson is trying to reverse which foot's forward, which foot, how you take your drops and all that stuff. And he's doing a lot more under center stuff. So it's a lot of footwork, a lot of timing. And he'll get there because when he does get it, he's spot on. He hits who he needs to hit. He's not making mistakes, he's not
Crucial.
turning over the ball,
Yeah.
right? He hits the guys that are open. He makes the plays when they need to be made. And boy, I'll tell you what. Did you watch the Bears game?
I watched a bunch of the game. Yeah. I didn't watch all of it, but
I don't want to be that guy that's like, man, those refs are terrible. But there were 3 or 4 phantom calls versus the Bears that they didn't even show replays to on TV because like, they didn't want to, I guess. But one took a touchdown off of the board. I don't know if you saw this. So they had illegal formation because the left tackle wasn't on the line of scrimmage, and it was a nice little lob to Roma Dunze, who made a great catch in the end zone. The dude was lined up like they were even Troy Aikman was drawing a line. It's like, look, he's where he's supposed to be. So it was a bad call, right? Those sorts of things like really irk me. So yes, you should be touchdowns turned into field goals that suck. Had a situation on a drop late in the game where they were backed up in their own end zone and hit a wide open. Oz. I guess I can't remember how to pronounce his first and last. Zacchaeus. Alameda Zacchaeus, I think. Cutting across the middle of the field, just dropped it. There was literally nobody on the left side of the field. I watched all 22 today of that. They're like, there's nobody here. They're like,
I don't know if he tried to turn up field before he had his hands on the ball.
He knew
but
the
yes,
situation. He could field nobody there. And he's like a 4.48 guy. So he's a burner. He's like, all I got to do is get this ball and I'm off to the races against his former team. He's like, he's and that's a game turning event. That's because they're down 2 at the point right there. They had to punt. And then they're watching Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels is really good. He's really good. Except
I don't like him.
Except when he's not. Like he's really good. And then he's not. Like even in the post game, they asked him like what happened with that fumble. He's like, I just lost concentration and I need to be focused better. Like, how do you lose focus? Like you have a singular job, which is snapping, handling the snap and handing it off. You get the first down, you're just running out clock, and you're winning the game, right? Like, but man, he is good. He throws a pretty ball, and especially when people are open, man, he is very nice to watch.
They said a thing about him when watching tape is he's very accurate rolling to his right. Anything going to that right side, he runs to that right side. He throws really good. You gotta keep him looking towards the left side of the field.
I think I said that last year too, because if you look at his throw chart, it's a lot of the right side. He'll get guys on the left, but it's a lot on the right.
Yeah, and I don't know if that run play was. He just kind of threw it in his chest instead of like putting it there.
He just didn't have it. It was a clean snap. He just kind of like fell out of his hands. I'll take it. And then, so this is the first week where I think Ben Johnson's offense was running how Ben Johnson envisioned his offense running. They were running the ball. They were running play action fakes. They had lots of guys open off of crossers, which is like a Ben Johnson thing. You get like 3 guys crossing over, and like one of them's going to be open. Like I don't know how he schemes up his offense, but people are open when his offense is running, and when he's able to do play action fakes, people are open. I think Caleb was sacked 1 time in the game, which is I gotta bring up this stat because I saw it. I was perusing the stats right before we got on this call, and this is the one that is the biggest takeaway. Where is it? Oh, come on, there's so many. Uh, Caleb Williams has posted the biggest known year-over-year drop in pressure to sack rate of any NFL starter in recent memory, cutting his rate in half from a league worst 28.2% of pressures to sacks in his rookie year to just 13.7% of pressures turned into sacks this year. It's a timing thing. It's an offense. People are open. He drops. He throws. I love it. It's coming together. It's coming together. It's 3 straight wins coming together. We got the Saints this week coming together. That's looking like it could be 4, right? And then we got the Ravens possibly with Lamar back. It might be 5. And I'm liking it. I'm liking where the Bears are at right now. I think they got a little stretch here.
After that fumble, I was like, oh man, that's gonna suck for the Commanders. But I watched that Bears last drive. I know they only needed a field goal.
Mm-hmm.
If they needed 7, I think they could have got 7.
Yeah, they could have.
They looked good on that drive.
Yeah.
They looked good running the ball.
They could. Commanders had no answers to DeAndre Swift.
None, Swift, which is weird.
We looked like a premier back, and holes were being formed. He hit him with speed. He was getting like 7 a carry.
Yep.
And you're just like, my God, where is this DeAndre Swift? And I think the offensive line, you know how like especially when you get like a new offensive line, it takes a while to gel for those guys to like figure out how to work together. We're what, 5 games in? They're starting to gel. That was like their best run blocking performance of the year. They stopped a defensive line that gets after the quarterback.
Yeah, that was my worry.
Like a couple pressures, like a couple where he had to like run out of the pocket to save his life, but like only 1 sack. Like it's coming together for the Bears. It's coming together. It makes me excited. DJ Moore got rocked pretty hard on that one. He had to spend the night in the hospital after the game. It's a precautionary thing. It ends up being it's a groin injury, so he's day to day. So I don't know if he has a freak groin injury like Taylor Johnson does. But man, if you're going to the hospital for a groin injury, that's never good.
Man, I just still feel like he's not getting utilized properly.
Who?
I feel DJ Moore he doesn't look like this.
He was really involved in the first quarter. I think he had like 45 yards off of 3 receptions in the first quarter, and then he got rocked. And then he wasn't. he had to hobble off the field, and like he wasn't the same after that. And it just happens. Like, I don't know. I think there's a guy that's gonna the Bears rookie Luther Burden III. He had a big catch in that game. He is gonna start working his way into the plays more often. I think he's got speed and he gets himself open. So we'll see. I'm excited about the Bears team. I don't know if they're 13 wins or if they're 14 wins, but whatever. They're gonna be really. It's gonna be good. I'm excited. Yeah.
You can see my.
Yep.
Okay.
Go ahead. We are waiting. There comes Harland.
There you go. All right, I'm back.
Oh, I know. The Bears are back too. And I'm telling you, that Bears-Giants game is looking really good on the schedule.
It is. I thought about that today. The problem with that is when it happens.
I understand. Bring your wife along.
Well, the funny thing is, I think I'm on a cruise now.
Oh, no.
That's why I took it for a birthday.
Well, well,
I was like, wait, is there a way for me to go see this game? Because that game, ooh, oh
it's
man,
looking good. It's looking
it's
good.
looking good. It's looking good. It's looking good, man.
I
Like
think the Bears will be
yes,
like a 7-game win streak at that point or something like that. I don't remember what the
I
schedule is.
I don't if I know it's if, and I know it already hit. The Giants would have won that game against the Saints. That they should have won. It'd be 3 games in a row with 2 wins against the Chargers and the Eagles. Over 50, over 500 in the division, 1 game behind the Eagles. It'd be a different team.
Yep.
It'd be different. I probably still would have no faith in them. I'd have no faith in them,
Yeah.
but it would look different. It would look
Yeah, it
different.
would feel different too. See, so boy, if they could have talked about the fail Mary one more time during that game yesterday, I think I would have loved it, right? But one of the things that people forget is if the Bears won that game, which they were winning, and they lost on the Hail Mary, they would have been 4-2. They've been 4-2 after that game.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, it was the first in a 10-game losing streak.
That's not good.
No, that team fell apart after that game.
Yeah. Yeah.
On the
like
reverse,
you said, like you said, the double doink broke. Who was the coach at that time?
Oh, Matt Nagy. Yeah.
You said the double doink broke him.
The Fail Mary broke.
The Fail Mary broke.
Fail Mary. Eberflus was already broken. The Fail Mary broke the team. The team lost all faith in Eberflus after that, right? So
they want him. Oh, by the way, all Cowboys fans want him going in Dallas already.
Oh, I don't blame him one bit. The worst thing that happened to him was becoming a head coach and becoming a higher profile name. People know his name now because he got a glow up on Hard Knocks, right?
Yeah, he's still rocking the beard in here. But
he's
I saw they all the fans want him gone. They're having, and it's not his fault. I don't think it's his fault. It's possibly his fault, but I heard Jerry Jones said, Jerry Jones says about everyone. Eberflus is one man I'd want to be in a foxhole with. Why? Why?
At least he didn't say in a glory hole with.
Maybe that's what he was thinking.
I don't know.
Have you seen the schlong on that guy?
Yeah, it's Eberflus. Who knows? Yeah. So yeah, they're gonna be terrible all defensively all year, but they score points. But they lost to the Panthers, right? So
because they couldn't stop anything. They couldn't
stop. Good thing they traded Micah so they could stop the run, right? What would Rico Dowdle have against them? Like 1,000,000 yards on the ground?
He told them. He's told them the week before. After he runs for 200 yards against, I forget the team that they played last week. It wasn't Atlanta. Was it Miami? Yeah, it was Miami. It was Miami because they were down 17-0 and they came back and won that game. After the game against Miami, in the locker room, he tells the Cowboys, I think those guys need to buckle up and be ready, right? That's what he tells them. They asked him about what happened after the game. He goes, they weren't ready.
239 yards from scrimmage.
He said they weren't ready. He told them. And there's nothing they could do about it.
He carried the ball 30 times. It's like it's 1986. He carried the ball 30 times.
He should have carried it 40 times. He was averaging 7 yards a carry easily.
Yeah.
They gave him the ball back-to-back yards. It was 7, 7, 6. Those are the 3 carries he did. They couldn't stop him.
Nope. He ran for 30 times for 183 yards. Even Bryce threw for almost 200. And looked
bad.
Good.
They're bad on that. There was the 4th down play that they needed on that last drive to get the game, and it looked like a professional throw by Bryce. Mm-hmm. Bryce's numbers in the second half were outstanding. Or with the fourth quarter, he threw he was outstanding in the last couple fourth quarters. Mm-hmm. I think they said it. But I also saw somebody break down. It was Emmanuel Acho break down why that play was so bad for the Cowboys on that last one. There's it's 4th and 4. You know the line that they have to get to. You don't go beyond that line. Deron Bland at the snap is already playing off. He's
Mm-hmm.
already 6 yards off of the receiver when they only need 4.
Yeah.
They say hike. He takes 2 steps backwards. And he throws it right to him for first down, and they never look back and game. It's
That's
pretty much game.
Eberflusian soft zone, whatever cover 2 that they run, like that old Tampa 2 style that nobody runs except for him. Like that's it. Yeah, and like Dak had a game, 3 touchdowns. He had a real nice game number
He's
wise.
had a real nice game all year
Yeah,
long.
I know.
All
That
year
team just
long.
can't stop anybody.
He can't stop anyone.
He's doing that without CeeDee Lamb. He's doing that without a legitimate run game.
Javonte Williams has been up until I
It's
think the
been
last 2 games
good,
has been a decent replacement.
but what's wild is he hasn't been better than Rico Dowdle.
No,
Rico Dowdle,
no.
man, the
Who's
Panthers,
been there for the Cowboys for a while before they
Mhm.
let him go.
Yeah, like he was the number 1 rusher last year for the Cowboys. I remember there was a time last year where I was like, I don't even know who this guy is. I've never seen this name before in my life. Rico Dowdle. Yeah, and now the damn Carolina Panthers have like 50 running backs on their team, or they keep drafting people, and
Mm-hmm.
Rico Dowdle comes to 2 weeks in a row. He's a hero. So I don't know what's up with the Cowboys. Well, I do know what's up with the Cowboys. They don't have a defense.
They have no defense. Michael would just be furious on that team because
Yes.
not one person is going to
No.
save that team.
Nope. Not
They, and I saw something Jerry say, we got ammo to go get another player. What's ammo if you don't use it? Like it's just sitting there. They're not going to do anything.
What are they going to get? Who are they going to go
There's
get?
nothing. But he has to continue to sell hope.
Yeah.
He has to sell hope. He has to make sure the butts are in the stands. They're 2-2-1. They should be happy to be 2-2-1. It's just that. Like they should be happy to be 2-2-1, but he's got to continue to sell 2-3-1. Yeah, with that other game. 2-3-1. Like I said, Brandon Aubrey single-handedly beat the Giants. I'm upset about that.
Yep.
Then I forget the other win that they had, and they had that tie against
the Packers.
The Packers.
Which
right?
is like a moral victory because they got smoked by the Bears the week before. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, so like, I don't know. Yeah. I mean,
he's got to continue to sell hope. So
they're going to be a 7-win team again. That's what they were last year too, I think. They're 7 wins.
Yeah, because there are going to be some teams that you can go out there and boat race.
Yeah.
Like the Giants. They put 40 on the Giants.
Yep.
Giants are going to put 37. Right? There's going to be teams that you can boat race. So they will have, I think they play the Saints. No, they may not play the Saints. I'm going to look at the Cowboys schedule.
I know they play the Vikings and the Lions still.
They've got they've got the Commanders this week.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. They got the Broncos, the Cardinals, the Raiders, the Eagles. They've got some winnable games, but like the Raiders is winnable. The Cardinals is winnable.
Well, here's the thing about the Raiders, though. Geno Smith's going to put 400 yards on them. And Geno hasn't been good.
We hope. Geno looks really bad.
He's had a rough time. Well, or Ashton Genty's going to run for a couple 100 yards, right? Like,
oh no, everyone's looking at the Cowboys run and it's time to run.
Mm-hmm.
It's time to run.
Yeah, just run them over. So yeah, let's talk about the handful of games that happened this week. We had the Jets and the Broncos in London. I don't believe in the Broncos at all, even though they're 4-2.
They have a solid defense.
They have a very good defense, but they only scored 13 on the Jets.
Jets have a solid defense as well.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that both teams can hold their hats on is they have pretty good defenses.
All right, so I got maximum oof here to share, and it's about Justin Fields. It's not good. The last 10 seasons, the teams that have averaged the fewest passing yards per game, the 2022 Bears with 130.5 yards per game passing. Currently, this year the Jets at 144.2 yards per game passing. That's not good. It's not good. And I like Justin Fields, but
they said no player has had 0 interceptions for 5 games and 0 wins.
Yeah.
he's playing scared almost.
He did that on the Bears. We talked about that in the past. Here's his line from this last week against the Broncos. 9 for 17, not good.
Mm-mm.
45 yards.
Not good at all.
That's 2.6 yards an attempt. No touchdowns, no interceptions, 9 sacks for
9 sacks.
55 yards. They netted a negative 10 yards passing,
Yeah.
and he only ran for 7 carries for 31 yards. So he contributed 21 yards of offense. That's it.
Yeah.
He,
Something needs to be. I don't know. Like, I know you don't want to do it to him. Put Tyrod Taylor in the game.
yeah.
It's like, and I think they asked Glenn about that, and he was just like, "Come on, man, he's he's the starter." But I don't think that they're doing it to be mean.
Mm-hmm.
They're really just doing it to be, come on, yeah. Like,
It's
you trying
rough.
to tell me Tyrod Taylor is not better than this guy, right? That's what you're trying to
Or
tell me.
at least equal to it. Like, it's tough. It's real tough. And there's games where Justin Fields has been good this year, but he
Mm-hmm.
was not good in that game.
Nope.
And the net negative 10 yards passing is abysmal. That's
Like I
absolutely
said,
abysmal.
that Broncos defense is tough. It's a tough defense.
They only hit 82 yards of offense in that game.
Garrett Wilson is going to be stopped by what's them? Who's
Surtain,
their
yeah.
Surtain. That's going to happen,
Yep.
right? But luckily for the Giants who play them, we don't have a number one wide receiver. Oh, Surtain, what are you going to do?
You
What
can't
you
stop a
gonna
number
do?
one wide receiver. You don't have a number
You
one
don't
wide
have one.
receiver.
You
Oh,
don't have one.
yep. But I
So,
mean, the Jets only put up 82 yards of offense.
yeah.
92 on the ground, negative 10 in the air. Not good.
Mm-mm.
Not
And they were
good.
still in the game.
And they only lost by 2.
They were still in the game.
They only lost by 2, and that's because the Broncos had a field goal in the fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm. It was a safety in the game,
Yep.
a holding penalty in the end zone.
Yep.
And then I watched. I was like, "Oh, just they did nothing on that safety drive. It was like, safety kick 3 and out. Just give us the ball back. He has 2 points.
Yeah.
They did nothing on that drive.
Yeah. But I don't believe in the Broncos offense at all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's hard. It's hard to see what Bo Nix sometimes looks good running the ball. Occasionally, sometimes he looks good.
He's wildly inaccurate though, and
That's
it's like
a
easy
problem.
throws, and you're like, ooh, yeah, I don't know, but he's almost like 40 years old, so he's old and wise. Cardinals lose to the Colts. Cardinals ran out there with Jacoby Brissett.
He played really well.
Yes, and Kyler Murray.
It was a tough game for them to lose.
Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't a bad game. It was a fun game to watch too.
Mm-hmm. Yep, the Colts are 5-1, the top of the AFC right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty wild. Dolphins, Chargers eke out a win versus the Dolphins.
They tried to lose that game.
Yeah,
the Chargers tried to lose that game, but the Dolphins themselves.
Dolphins can't win, even with Achane. Achane's really good, but the rest of that team's just kind of a mess. And I think it's a Mike McDaniel's thing. I think he's going to be gone. I think Tua's going to be gone too.
Yeah. Did you hear that he had that Tua called the players only meeting that players came late to, and then that's what he was throwing them under the bus for. Then he threw him under the bus for in a press conference.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, what are you doing? What are you doing to him?
I don't know. Tua's
So,
lost it.
Yeah, he's that team has lost it. Like
they don't care. It's wild. And
I saw.
Go ahead.
I saw this. So they was talking about that they want a coach similar to Dan Campbell. Is what they're looking for. I don't know if they want that. Who's probably going to be available is Brian Flores, who they had, who was a good coach for them, that they fired because he didn't want to lose games on purpose. Tank.
Yes.
That's crazy to have a coach that is going out there winning games, because he went on a streak after they told him that they asked him to lose games. Or allegedly. You can't say, because he says it happened. They say it didn't happen. Allegedly asked him to lose games, but they fired the coach who was trying to actively win games. And now they're trying to get another coach, one who's good. Like, how? if we know that's out there, who are you gonna get? In Eberflus? Who are you gonna get? Like what
But
coach are you
he's
gonna?
the opposite of Dan Campbell. Eberflus is.
But what coach are you gonna get that is tough on the players, but like because that's what they want. They want a tough on the play, a tough players coach, but he's tough. He's got to keep them
Yeah.
accountable, which Mike McDaniels isn't.
Yes.
He's a players coach, but he's one of those softer player coaches.
Yeah.
Right.
He wants to be your
So
friend.
yeah, yeah. So they want one, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know who you go get. I don't know who they go get. I don't know what's out there. I don't know if you promote someone from college. Do you go out there and you try to go bring um old UNC head coach
Bill
back?
Belichick.
Bill Belichick? Like what? Like, but we say that Mike McDaniels hasn't been fired yet. The only team
Yet I'm
that
surprised.
has actively fired their coach
It's the Titans.
is the Titans.
Dave Canales, right? Was that his name?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
They fired him. They didn't give him 2 seasons.
No. Nope. A season and 6 games.
They fired Mike Vrabel for whatever reason. I still don't understand why they fired Mike Vrabel. Mike
Uh-huh.
Vrabel has more wins with the Patriots this year, 4-2, than the Titans have had in the last year and a half. Or they have the same amount. They both have 4 wins in the last year and a half.
Yeah, Titans don't look good. They don't have anything going for them.
Mm-mm.
It's bad. It's
Very
bad.
bad.
And am I gonna blame the coach? Maybe a little, right?
Well, that franchise
But
is a mess, right? Because
Mhm.
they had Vrabel and they fired, and after they traded AJ Brown, they had new ownership came in for that or around the same time. Then they fired the GM last year because of the AJ Brown thing.
Yes.
But because it became a thing, right? Like I can't remember what it was that like it became like this national. It was they played the Titans and AJ Brown had like 180 yards receiving or something like that. And it's like, yeah, it's my revenge game or whatever, blah blah blah. And then so it became this the story. So they fired him after that, and for whatever reason they fired Vrabel like 2 years ago for no reason.
Mhm.
It's like it is time to move on. Why? You had like you were they were the AFC number 1 seed in the AFC 4 years ago.
Yes. Yep.
4 years ago. Now they're vying for possibly their second number 1 pick in a row.
And drafted a quarterback was it 2 years in a row? No, they didn't have who did they had the quarterback they had last year was one of their
Will
drafted
Levis. Yeah,
Will Levis was
second
a
round
high
pick, yeah.
second round pick, yeah. So
Yeah.
they I don't know what you're gonna ask. I don't know what you ask Canales to do. I don't know. I really don't know what you want him to do with that team.
I think it's just a shitty franchise now. That's my opinion. Like getting rid of Vrabel was dumb. And Vrabel was the guy I wanted the Bears to get. But if they were going to get Ben Johnson, I wanted Vrabel. Those are my 2 choices. I'm happy the way it turned out. But I mean, the Patriots, they won again this last week. The Patriots are 4-2.
4-2.
Patriots are 4-2.
They've had a little bit of a cupcake schedule, but
A little bit.
it
Drake
is what
May's
it
been
is.
good though. Drake May
has been really good.
Yeah.
He's been really good. So
and they have the Titans this week. So they got the Vrabel revenge.
Oh, what? They have the Titans this week?
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna go
Patriots are
through
gonna be
this.
5-2. Patriots are top of the AFC East right now.
They first game of the year, they played the Saints.
Yes.
Wait, no, was that the first game? No. First game was against the Raiders. They lost.
Yes.
They played against the Dolphins. They won. They played against the Steelers. They lost. They played against the Panthers. They won. Then they went to Buffalo and won. That's a good game. And then they beat the Saints.
Yep.
So of their 4 wins, they've played the Saints, the Panthers, the Dolphins, and the Bills. 1-5, 1-5. Well, the Panthers are not 1-5.
Panthers
Sorry.
are 3-3 now.
3-3. So
or
maybe they're better.
4-2. One of the 2. I can't remember.
No, they 4
3-3.
3-3. So maybe, but they've been fortunate enough. Then they play the Titans. Oh my God! Wait a minute. Then they play the Titans. Then they play the Browns. Then they play the Falcons. Then they play the Bucks. Then they play the Jets. Then they play the Bengals.
We'll see where they're at when they get to the Jets, because the Browns are legit defense, and was their
The
team.
Falcons could win. The Falcons could get a
Falcons
win.
have been weird up and down, but
Mm-hmm.
I mean they go as B. John Robinson goes, and then
But I would say that they're favored in all those games except for maybe the Buccaneers. No,
and I think the Bucks probably stomp them.
yeah,
That's my opinion.
at Tampa too. Yeah,
Yeah.
so but they're probably favorites against the Titans,
Mm-hmm.
favorites against the Browns. They may not be favorites against the Falcons playing in Atlanta. Let's say give the Falcons +3, but
yeah.
But then they go to the Bucks and they play the Jets that they're probably favorites. They play the Bengals with they're probably favorites. It's a thing. It got a fairly they're interesting. I do think after like I said last week, they're probably a playoff team.
Vrabel's a good head coach.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing against who they had last year. Who they had last year? Gerard Mayo? Is that who they were their coach?
Gerard Mayo, yep.
Yep. Nothing against him, but it didn't feel like he was like ready to be a head coach.
Yeah, it's May's second year, which he was playing okay last year, but this is just another
really well
year. He's playing really well this year. They have better wide receiver talent than they had last year, which is what they went on the draft through, and they went and got Stephon Diggs. Which definitely helps. And they went and drafted some people. They have who's their running back. They've got some pretty good, decent run. They've got a decent team.
TreVeyon Henderson.
They put together with the draft picks that they had a pretty decent team. So
they're all right. I think Vrabel, like, it's the difference between having a good head coach and a bad head coach, right? That good head coach can make a difference. So that was that. Steelers beat the Browns handily.
Handily. Field was a mess. Were they in London, right?
No, they weren't. They were in Pittsburgh.
Okay. Yep. But
yeah,
that game was never in jeopardy. The Browns kind of stink.
Yeah, the Browns kind of stink. Yeah, they don't have no offense. And
the biggest thing with that is Mike Tomlin talking about with the Browns getting rid of.
Yeah,
trading Joe Flacco in division
to a division rival, a guy that you thought highly enough of to make him your starter, right?
It makes no sense. He's 100% correct. Like no one would do that. No. Right? You know what I mean? Like, even if you were the Cincinnati Bengals, you might trade that pick away just because if the Browns was a real team, maybe you just to get the knowledge, he might just bench warm for you for a week just to get the knowledge. But he's gonna start. Yeah. He's gonna start for the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah. He has started for the Cincinnati Bengals.
And they're now better than your Browns team. Why would you trade him in division?
It don't make sense. Yeah. And at the most important position on the field. Why are you going to give him a starting quarterback? They're just dumb.
Yes, because they're being dumb. Excuse me. In general, I don't know how long they go to Dylan Gabriel. He just is okay.
Yeah,
they
only have 2 starting quarterbacks on their roster now, and they're both rookies.
Yeah, but at some point in time, you got to give the other one a try too, right? You would think that you would see maybe they've got, okay, we'll give you 4 games, we give the other one, and then we'll make a decision on what we like if we see what Dylan. But asking your rookie quarterback to throw the ball 52 times.
Is that what they did this last game?
29 of 52. He was sacked 6 times. He didn't throw an interception, but 29 of 52 is a lot.
Yeah, that is a lot of throws. At 52 times for only 221 yards. That's tough.
Yeah. 4.3 yards a carry. He was sacked 6 times.
An attempt.
4.3
yards a carry is respectable, but 4.3 yards a pass, not.
No.
No, you don't want to do that. 52 times is a lot. And only ran the ball 17. That's not a balance. And it's like they were getting blown out.
No,
it was 9-3 at half, right? So it's not like the Steelers were out there like.
I think they had a punt return for a touchdown. Nope. Yeah. No, I'm looking at it. I don't see. So he had 2 touchdowns. Aaron Rodgers did. There was not a rushing touchdown in the game. There were no defensive touchdowns in the game. So technically, when were they out of the game where they had to completely abandon the run?
Never
And
will.
Quashawn Judkins is a good running back. I would see looks good as a rookie running back.
Yep. So yeah, there was a point where it was 16-6 in the third, right? That's still a 2 possession game,
Mm-hmm.
but there's no reason to be throwing 52 times.
No.
No reason.
And Kevin Stefanski probably doesn't have anything to worry about his job for whatever reason.
Yeah, I
I
don't
think he's a
understand why
decent
he's
coach, but
untouchable.
I think he's untouchable. Yeah, I don't understand it either, but I do think he's untouchable. Um, yeah, that's the Browns are a bad team.
Mm-hmm.
Pittsburgh is 5-1, right? Or 4-1?
4-1, yeah.
4-1. They're probably gonna run away with that division if Lamar doesn't come back and
Even if Lamar does
save.
come back, they're 1-5.
I heard, was it? Oh well, he's the coach. He's got to say. Harbaugh's like, yeah, I think we got a shot at the playoffs if Lamar comes back, but we don't want to put the all on Lamar's back. No, we've seen it. It's all on Lamar's
It's
back.
all on Lamar's back. Yeah.
It's all on it. I know you don't want to, but it is.
I saw some ridiculous stuff where people were saying that John Harbaugh is on the hot seat.
I hate.
It's like Mike Tomlin being on the hot seat. Get lost.
I hate that.
The Ravens are not going to get rid of John Harbaugh ever.
And get who?
Exactly.
That's the
Better
question. You need to go get better talent. And who are you going to get?
There's nobody. He's a top tier coach in the NFL.
They would have to have really stacked 3 really bad seasons together for them to think about getting rid of him.
Yeah. And
one is not going to do it. And
3 bad seasons where Lamar is healthy.
Yes, because you get an automatic excuse when he's not.
Yeah, exactly. It's like David Robinson being hurt for a season. You're just like, well, we're not getting mad at Popovich for that. We got Tim Duncan out of the deal, right? Like, it's just. Yeah.
That's another scary part. What if the Ravens go and get a top 5 pick next year?
Yeah. Well, they got a lot of work to do on defense. Like, they'll be sitting in a spot where they can take the top defender in the draft.
Top defender in the draft and still try to go find some free agents.
Yeah.
They can change their whole defense next year.
Yeah. They're a team, they were, what, were they the top seed in the AFC last year or the number 2 seed? Either way, doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
If they have a bad season because of injuries and Lamar being out, and they are able to secure like a top 5 draft pick and bring everybody back healthy, yeah, they're going to be right back where they need to be, and people are going to be like, we didn't see this coming. Like, how could you not see it coming?
They're gonna, because let's say they well, man, to be the worst in that division is really difficult.
It is.
So, but I was gonna say they could be a really bad team, have an easier strength of schedule next year with a squad.
Mm-hmm.
I hate it. It's unfair, but whatever. I get it. They're not winning right now, but they're not out of it. 1-5, it's
1
really
5
bad.
Is a big,
really bad.
Big hill to climb. That's a tough one. What else happened this last week? Seahawks beat the Jags.
Mm-hmm.
Jackson Smith-Njigba is the number 1 receiver in football right now
because of Puka's injury.
Yeah, Puka got hurt. Rams still beat the Ravens, but Puka got hurt. That's not good.
No, definitely not good for me.
No, especially all you Puka owners. Raiders beat the Titans. No one cares. It's like if a tree falls in the woods, does anybody know what's around? Does anybody hear it? Packers somehow beat the Bengals. I'm gonna say
that was luck. It was
they put up 17 in the 4th. That's how they beat the Bengals. Buccaneers whooped the 49ers. Mac Jones had a great game. they just didn't.
I don't know about great. 27-39 for 347 and 2 interceptions.
Oh, the 2 picks. That's two touchdowns. They had a lot of yards at least.
Yeah, he did.
Turned over the ball. Baker Mayfield threw 2 touchdowns. He's still number 1 in the MVP race, I think.
Did you hear their tight end?
No.
Tight end. So the tight end catches a touchdown. And the crowd is yelling, MVP.
Oh, yeah. He's like, what did I do? Why am I the MVP?
And Sterling Shepard goes, they're talking about Baker, idiot. He's like, oh, that makes way more sense.
Why they chant MVP for me? I just caught a touchdown. That's it. First of the year, baby.
He's like, I've been doing nothing all year.
Kansas City.
That's awesome.
Kansas City embarrassed the Lions on Sunday Night Football. Just embarrassed them. Lions had some trickery, but illegal formations and stuff like that. Just go out there and play football. Like
It was a good pass.
it was,
Montgomery, it was a really good play.
yeah, it was, but play football.
Oh,
That's like the Eagles running 4
I
straight
was
tush
about to say,
pushes.
speaking of play football, we didn't talk about that.
4 consecutive tush pushes. If the tush push is going to be banned, it's going to be because of that right there.
It's gonna be because of that. Yes. Like 4 straight. Like you don't have Saquon Barkley back there.
Yeah.
Like you weren't on the 4-yard line. Right? Yeah. They were on the 4-yard line.
Come on.
Got 1 first down. 4-yard line gets 2. Second and goal. Let's go for it again. Oh, we got stopped. Oh, let's go for one more time. 4 times they went for it.
The tush push is good. That is the nail in the coffin. Anybody that was a defender of it in the past,
you can't
anymore.
You can't. And Dayball is like, call the false start. He's like, everyone sees it. Yeah. Call it. Y'all are supposed to be looking for it. They didn't call it. It was.
And then the other Monday night game, the Falcons beat the Bills. The Bills are like all of a sudden
2 L's in a row.
They're all of a sudden like, oh, what do we do? Remember, you're like, why are the Bills so good? They're only as good as Josh Allen is, and I mean the Bills weren't out of it until the game was over. But yeah, they couldn't do anything. It's not like Atlanta was good on defense, but Atlanta got after Josh Allen.
They were up 21-7, and I thought that game was over because they could not stop Drake London at all.
No.
Penix only looked at Drake London, right? So I assumed that game was over. But in the second half, they couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
They couldn't move the ball anymore. The Bills tightened up. They got it within 7, and that was they just still couldn't get it further that. But the Falcons didn't look like the same team in the second half of the game.
No.
But I kind of stopped watching the second half of the game so I could watch the Bears game.
But now here's the thing: if you look at some team's box score and you see their number 1 rusher had 170 yards on the ground with almost 9 yards to carry, and their number 1 receiver had 158 yards, you're like, they must have scored 50 points. No,
he got 81 yards on one play,
which was crazy. That was the only play that whole game I watched. I turned it on for like a minute. I'm like, oh, and then I stopped because I'm like, come on, Bears, because it was right before the Bears game was starting.
Mm-hmm. But Drake was killing them all game.
Mm-hmm.
10 for 158 in the touchdown, and it should have been 2. Did you see the play going into half?
Oh yeah, where he just stepped out of bounds. Yeah, they were going for it. Yeah.
They were just trying to get into field goal range.
Yeah.
But when he caught the ball, he saw daylight, so he just ran for the end zone. If he'd have stepped out, they would have kicked the field goal and got 3. Mm-hmm. But he saw daylight, and I don't blame him for going it. But he just took 1 step out of bounds.
Yep. He got pushed like mid stride. And that went out of bounds. Like
yep.
if you're gonna
it landed before he was able to touch the pylon. Because
if you're gonna go for it, you better make sure you get it.
Yeah, I don't blame him for it though. He'd been killing them all game. Mm-hmm. I can see the pile. I'm gonna go for it.
Mm-hmm.
Then it didn't kill him too because they wound up winning the game. So there's that.
Yeah.
But
if they would have lost,
if you'd have lost, then you won. Then you're going back to that play.
Yeah.
But
right.
It was.
Yep. That was a tough one.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's talk.
Josh only had a decent game.
Yeah.
15-26, 180 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
They got after him. He was pressured on 44% of his dropbacks. That's a ton. It's like half time he goes back, he's got somebody in his face. Like, it's hard for any quarterback to succeed in that sort of
definitely
situation. And the Falcons have historically for the last, I don't know, half a dozen years, they had a terrible pass rush. And like all of a sudden they had one. Good for them. Against the Bills. I don't know. All right. We got the game tomorrow, which is
what was our record though? What was
okay. Yes, let's talk about last week. Harland's a +1, 9-6 to my 8-7.
Okay.
We had some whiffs in there.
You did.
And you closed out with a 4-game losing streak.
Oh, it's not good. It's not good. I
What?
started with a losing streak. Started off losing because I picked the Giants. I didn't pick the Giants. I picked against them. Picked the Eagles.
Yep. You picked against the Giants.
I may do it again. I told you if they keep winning when I pick against them,
You
I
picked against the
can't.
Panthers, which was a mistake.
Oh yeah, I should have known. I should have known.
And you picked against the Bears. Those are the
Both games came down to field goals. Wait a minute.
yeah. And the Bears, the regular field goal kicker who drives me
Yep.
insane, Cairo Santos was out. So they had Jake Moody in there, who was ceremoniously cut. Like the 49ers made a big deal out of cutting him after the first game. Comes back, the Bears picked him up on he's been on the practice squad. When they picked him up, I was like, it's just like an insurance thing, or maybe they saw something in his mechanics they think they can fix or whatever. I don't know, man. He was 4 for 5 with a game winner. Had
One block.
but
Yeah.
yeah. But what's good
But
is
your problem is, does he have a 55 leg? His
he
long
does.
is 58.
Yeah, well, that's fine.
Okay.
I mean, there's only like 3 kickers in the NFL that have like a long 60 plus, right? But like you want a guy that could
55.
consistently kicked over 55, and he could do that. I think.
Okay.
Is he the Bears' new kicker? No, because Cairo Santos has a contract and he'll come back. But he can kick it through the end zone on a kickoff. We got that going for us. I mean, if we need to have Jake Moody out there again, I don't want to have to rely on Jake Moody unless they cured his inaccuracy problems. But I don't know. He was dead set.
He was accurate for a day. Yeah, he was accurate for that day.
That's all they needed. That was good. All right. Here we go. We got this week. We got tomorrow's game, which is the Bengals hosting the Steelers, and that's the Joe Flacco Bengals. And Mike Tomlin's mad about it. Steelers are 4.5-point favorites on the road.
Yeah, I'm going for the Steelers.
Yeah, I don't see even though this is one of those games where, like, if the Bengals win, you're like, well, see, there it is. Mike Tomlin will be real angry about it too.
Oh, he's gonna be pissed. He loses. He's going.
Joe Flacco goes out there throws like 300 yards.
Next time they play the Browns, they're scoring 100 points.
Well, I don't know. Well, maybe over the next 5 times they play the Browns, they'll score 100 points.
Yeah, he's gonna have them out there. He's going. They're not taking their foot off the gas pedal if they lose to Flacco and the Bengals.
Yep. And it's got to be the matchup between the oldest quarterbacks in history. It's
41 and 40. It's pretty tough. It's pretty close.
Yeah, there's almost 100 years of quarterbacks
there.
The Jags host the Rams overseas. The Rams are 3.5-point favorites. No Puka.
I don't say that just yet. We don't know. He's day to day with the ankle sprain.
High ankle sprain, right? That usually takes a minute.
Yeah, it does, but I kind of need him in fantasy, and they still got the Q next to his name.
Yeah, did he travel?
I don't know. It's listed as day to day with an ankle injury. That's all I see. So let's not put that evil on him just yet, sir.
12 hours ago, Rams receive unfortunate injury return update.
I saw that one. They said could miss possible couple games, but that's
a long-term injury. He's a long shot to play in week 7. That's 8 hours ago.
That means there's a chance.
Yeah. So you're saying there's a chance. Yeah. I don't know.
But the funny thing is, I don't know. The Jags have been playing good ball.
Yep.
With Puka, I want to say the Rams.
Yes.
Without Puka, I would say the Jags.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying the Jags. So who do you say?
Oh, as far as right now, he's not out. I'm going to say the Rams.
Duval.
And that, Jackson, London is their second home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's lots of Jags fans in London.
Mm-hmm.
Trevor Lawrence probably has a home over there. The Bears host the Saints. The Bears are 4.5-point favorites at home versus the Saints.
They should win. They should win.
They will too.
Going Bears this one.
That's a good call. The over-under on that is 47.5. I suspect the Bears will score 47. And I guess the
I
Saints.
almost didn't still going under.
No, no. Here's what'll happen: the Saints. The I don't even want to say this. It'll be a blocked extra point that they return for the 1 point or whatever. Browns host the Dolphins. Browns are 2.5 point favorites at home versus the Dolphins.
Dolphins. The Browns don't have any offense, and at some point in time, you've got to score the ball.
Well, I'm putting all the scoring on Myles Garrett this week. He's going to get 3 touchdowns or 3 safeties. That might be enough too.
I gotta say Dolphins. As much as I the Browns can't score.
Yeah, I get that. I'm going Browns though. Something weird's going to happen. Titans host the Patriots. The Patriots are almost a touchdown favorite on the road. They're 6.5 point favorites on the road.
Yeah, that's the Patriots.
That is a Patriots win. But that's one of those where it's like, there's no way it should be that high, and then they'll lose, right? Chiefs, after handling the Lions quite handily, are 12.5 point favorites at home versus the Raiders.
Chiefs, the Raiders, they won, but they don't look good.
No,
they played the Titans, so
they're not good. Vikings are hosting the Eagles. JJ McCarthy is not going to start, so it's another Carson Wentz week. Eagles are 1.5 point favorites.
Wins versus his former team, but no one on that team even remembers him.
Yes.
I'm gonna go Vikings.
You are gonna go Vikings.
I'm gonna go Vikings.
I'm going Eagles on this. I think it'll be a Saquon day.
You hope. You'd like to see one of these days be Saquon days. I don't know if the offensive coordinator likes calling running plays.
That's possible. Well, I'll get a bunch of screen passes in. Jets host the Panthers. The Panthers are road favorites. They're 1.5 point favorites in New York.
Jets win.
Yeah.
Jets, Jets.
You say that, and that's what I was going to say, but I'm going Panthers just to be contrarian. Plus, they're the favorites.
They're all the favorites.
This will be the Xavier Legette game. That's where it'll go down in history. You're like, where did this come from? He's got like 150 yards and 3 touches or something like that.
One thing the Jets do is they can play defense.
They can.
That's the one thing they can do. The Panthers, I don't think, is a great defensive team. I'm going to say the Jets find a way to get some scores. They got to get a win this season. This might be their chance. I'm going Jets.
Yep. Broncos host the Giants. This is the afternoon slate here. The Broncos are 7.5 point favorites, which feels real high to me. Real high. Like if I were a betting man, I would bet Giants.
Yeah, I know. Like I said, until proven wrong, I'm going to bet against my team because I want them to win the game. I don't want my jinx of their success to cause them to lose. So I'm going to pick the Broncos in hopes that the Giants win.
I'm going to tell you what, I've already ruined your team because I called them interesting earlier on. I was like, I kind of like the way they're doing. They're ruined. Look what happened to the Chargers. It's not like we're the 5 best teams in football, and then they blow 2 straight to the Giants, and I don't even know who their team was. Like they're just terrible. I'm going Giants in this one because I do not like the Broncos. I do not believe in the Broncos. And I think Cam Scadaboo is going to.
Yes, I do too.
Shadaboo all over him. I don't know.
I do. I 100% believe that. But I have picked the Giants. I picked the Chargers against the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
The Giants won. I picked the Saints. I picked the Giants against the Saints. The Saints won.
That's true.
I picked the Eagles against the Giants. The Giants. I will gladly pick the Broncos if the Giants win.
Be wrong.
Okay. I'll take the L here so that I can be happy. That's all I want.
I hear you. All right. Chargers at home, 1.5 point favorites versus the Colts.
Ugh. Colts?
That's where I'm at too.
Because you talked about how you jinxed them. They did win their last game against Miami, which they probably should have lost.
Everybody should beat the Dolphins. Everybody should.
But the question is the offensive line for the Chargers coming back? I have not really been paying attention.
No, they're all out. They're all
out. Like out. Like,
yeah.
oh.
Joe Alt's
Not coming
out.
back. Mm.
Slayton's out. Yeah, Slater's
Mm-hmm.
out. Yeah, they're all out.
Yeah.
I'm
So then
going.
I'm gonna go Colts.
You're going Colts.
Yeah.
All right. Cowboys host the Commanders. Commanders are only 1.5 point favorites on the road.
Only 1.5. They shouldn't be favored. The Cowboys are not a good defensive team.
No.
But can they compete with Dak, who has 1,600 yards and 13 touchdowns already?
He's having a nice year.
That's.
Is CeeDee Lamb back this week?
I hope so, because I'm tired of one of my friends having Pickens go crazy on us.
CeeDee Lamb may return for Dallas. He's expected to return versus the Commanders.
I don't know if it matters. I'm going Commanders.
You're going Commanders?
Yeah.
That's probably the smart choice. But I'm going Dak. I saw everything. I thought everything about the Commanders I need to see Monday night.
Frauds. Yeah, is that what you're saying?
They're frauds, yeah. Even though Jade Daniels does throw a very nice, he's got such a nice touch on that like intermediate toss, just down the right side. It's got to be down the right side. He did that one over to Luke, but like I could have made that pass to Luke McCaffrey. That was a touchdown.
That was a touchdown.
There was nobody within
wide
25 yards
open.
of him. He was wide open.
Wide. The guy slipped, didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, no, it was a move. Was it a move?
No, it was a pick. So it was like a natural pick or whatever. And then he was supposed to be covered by like DeMarcus Robinson, who was a defensive end, right? Like
yeah, number 90. Yeah, I remember looking at that like, oh no.
Cardinals hosting the new look Cardinals. I'm hoping that
Jacoby Brissett starts again.
Yeah, versus the Packers. Packers are 6.5 point favorites for some reason on the road. I just don't get it.
I don't know where I'm going. Packers.
I'm going Cardinals. Now, what stinks is this is my third straight dog I just chose, but I'm doing it.
Yeah. Cowboys being a dog is a little
Packers
weird.
Packers are frauds, though, so and everybody knows that. Like it's obvious. Everybody knows it. Then we've been waiting all day for Sunday night. The 49ers hosting the Falcons. The 49ers are 2.5 point favorites at home. Brock Purdy may be back. Don't know.
I think we're going to get to see some pretty good running back play with the Christian McCaffrey and Bijan Robinson. I do think that the Niners slow down Bijan. But Bijan catches out the backfield. He does everything like basically just like Christian McCaffrey. It's gonna be. I'm really going 49ers. Yeah,
I'm going 49ers too. I don't like the Falcons that much, but I do like Bijan.
Especially not going across all the way to San Francisco.
On a Sunday night, they're gonna be all sorts of messed up. Then once again, for whatever reason, we have 2 Monday night games. I absolutely hate 2 Monday night games. But
I thought about that. I don't hate it, right? So if you don't have cable, you get to at least watch a football game. Because one's on ABC and the other one's on ESPN.
Yeah.
So you get a football game if you don't have cable, which I think is not that bad. That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, I don't like it though. Don't need 2 games on Monday night. Monday night used to be special. It was like
but it was always ABC. Well, when I was going ABC Monday night, so it feels like classic ABC Monday night.
I guess. I wish they didn't do it though. But first one, we have Lions hosting the Bucks. Lions are 5.5 point favorites.
Oh, this would be a good statement game for Baker.
Yeah,
this would be a statement game for Baker. It would give the Lions 2, 3 in a row losses if this happened.
So, yeah, the Lions would go to 4-3.
Then I know who you picking. I'm going Lions then, because I know you're going Baker.
I can't not go Baker.
I know.
Oh wait, is Egbuka hurt?
He was.
Because that'll change it. Let's see how long. Injury update. Come on, just give me the information I need in the headline.
Is expected to miss time due to a hamstring injury that forced him out of Sunday's game. That was 2 days ago.
I'm going Lions then. That's tough because they're still out.
Godwin and Evans.
And Bucky Irving. So I don't know what Baker's going to do. He's going to have to run it and throw it to himself. Then we have the Seahawks hosting the Texans. Seahawks are 3.5-point favorites. The JSN show.
Yeah, JSN is looking like JSN. I'm going JSN and the Seahawks.
So am I.
Yeah.
It's only because I don't think the Texans are very good.
No.
I think the Seahawks are better than the Texans, and I don't think the Seahawks are particularly great, but I think the Texans are pretty bad this year. That's all. Could be
I heard
wrong.
the guys on the radio here are Houston Texans fans versus Dallas Cowboys fans, and they said that they think that that the Texans will be competing in the AFC South for a playoff spot. They completely said that the Jacksonville Jags are frauds. It's going to be between the Colts and the Texans, and I was like, I don't know about that.
Yeah, and I don't know. It's easy to call the Jags a fraud because they're the Jags.
They're 4-2, 4-2, 4-1. What are they?
4-2, and the Colts are 5-1, right?
5-1, and Houston is 2-3.
Yeah,
like that's homerism at its finest.
Yeah, and if you're gonna call anybody a fraud, I think the Colts are the easier fraud to call it, just because you got DJ.
I don't know,
but they're playing really well.
They were a playoff team last year.
No, they weren't.
Weren't they? Was it the year before? They were a playoff team recently.
They were down to the wire the last 2 seasons. Well, no, last year, but they were down to the wire. Yeah, they didn't. They weren't a playoff team because they picked 10th or 11th, I think, in the draft. In the previous year, they picked 4th. That's why they have Anthony Richardson. But Anthony Richardson's on the IR now.
From what?
I don't know. He pulled like a hamstring or something, or sprained an ankle. I don't know. I think they just want to get him off the sidelines.
Oh yeah, the last time they were in the playoffs was 2020. What am I? I'm losing my mind.
You are losing your mind. It's been a minute, but they're looking good. But it'd be easy to call them frauds because they were bad, right? And now they're playing well, and they're playing well with Daniel Jones. You're like, well, when's that bubble gonna burst? Maybe it won't. Who knows?
Maybe it won't.
It's interesting. I can tell you that. Did not expect Daniel Jones to have the season he's having so far. But it's still early. It's only like the first third, right? So we still have 2/3 of a season of football. So anything could happen.
With Daniel Jones, his health has always been one of his biggest problems. You just got to kind of stay healthy.
And he's running in a system that seems to work for him. He's using him in a way that makes sense. I mean, he's still Daniel Jones, so you never know. I don't know. Yeah, it looks like the Dodgers are beating the Brewers. They're up 2 games on the Brewers, and the state of Wisconsin is in shock. I was talking to Hadley yesterday. I was like, since we moved to Wisconsin, if the Brewers were able to like turn this into a World Series win this year, the Bucks would have won the World Championship. The Brewers would have won a World Series, and she's like, that's bad news because then the Packers are next. I'm like, no. At least
she understands that. She's like, do you know what you're saying? He's like,
no, she got me. She's like, oh, you know what? I said it to you, but nope, not happening.
Yeah,